Big Snoop Dogg. It's in the game.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did, huh? Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist.
Coach, playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead, 71 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
65. Recon, 132 fighter.
Now Garoppolo. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Garoppolo on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. This is Ingram on first and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense. Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
Jackson's throw caught here by Boykin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Switch.
On first down, Ingram. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on second down, Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
31's the mark. It's our time, guys.
Jackson from the shotgun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And the return will stop right around the 25. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
12.
To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. They're able to locate Wilson. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there at 22. first foray into the red zone for Miami. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the Ravens 16-yard line.
Here we go. Black 80! You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey. 21. You don't want none.
Now Garoppolo leads from McKinnon on the draw. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
White.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jackson now. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They toss to Ingram. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, 64 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
11. Hey, orbit. 58.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you, son.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From the 29, Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Pick. Stopped by Marlon Humphrey. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
On 2nd and 11 now, Jackson. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
58, right on that one there. Mike, 58, right there.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. They find some open field here. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time. They'll run on first down. It's Ingram. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Buddy up. 52, right 52. We own it. Check 52 is the mark.
From the gun, Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Check 43. Watch the edge. Tight dog.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go, defense. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. You go Mike. Back 2's the Mike. Mike back 2. Mike left.
3rd and goal, Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense, but in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job, way to knock it down.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge on your offense right here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Watch the twist.
Play action here with Rosen. And Wilson has it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson being chased out left. He's going deep for... And now here's another interception. Anthony Averett picks it. down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They run once more with McKinnon. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. And this is caught. It's Parker. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Second down, McKinnon.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. To throw is Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Jackson now down around his goal line. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's got Snead. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
First down.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. The toss right. This is Ingram. Had the nifty footwork, but only able to get it to his own 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
31's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson dancing to his left. He'll run it and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a 1st down as well.
And the Ravens first down.
A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Ingram. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. On 2nd down. It's Ingram, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Rosen. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. They go play action. It's Rosen. And he completes it to Wilson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Rosen off the play action. They'll roll him out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Able to find Waller. That's complete. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 13. Check 13. Topper. We got double up. Double up. On them. 80.
From the 25 on second down, Rosen, a dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The offense on third down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On first down, McKinnon again. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
On 2nd and 7, Rosen caught the tight end Walford. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Dolphins on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, it's Rosen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Returnable here from the 38. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Check. Go ahead, baby. Go. Hide. Kill. One down. Kill.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson, 47 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert, and then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that on. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick on Wasshorn. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Rosen to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for him.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Hey, dude.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
All day, baby, all day, baby.
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Cut.
Running right, this is Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. When the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs, because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They've made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance, even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt, because when you work that hard to get this far, it hurts just a little bit more. No matter when your season ends, it's a downer. But in this case, even more so because you had your eyes on the big prize, which was the Lombardi Trophy.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet.